What is up, everyone? Welcome back. And yeah, just welcome back to my space and exploring all my thoughts, all the things that I just kind of want to express and get off of my mind each and every single day. I decided that I'm enjoying these talks. I'm enjoying just being here in front of this camera, expressing myself to you, but also finding a groove in terms of when it is that I want to film, when it is that I want to talk about, and I said when it is I want to talk about, what it is I want to talk about, but then also when I want to post these videos. So if you are subscribed here to Sia Wellness, every Saturday I will be posting these videos because I know that this is the one thing that I'm really enjoying because it allows me to express myself. It's a hobby of mine. And it's a place where I know that I could commit to one day a week where I can film, I can talk, I can do this with you guys and share it with you guys every Saturday. So here we are. Welcome to Sia Wellness. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Let's build this community up, and hit my link in the bio so you can subscribe to the Substack blog, Your Wellness Club. All right, so let's get into it. Let's talk about what it has been on my mind for this past week. It's been a reoccurring theme, actually. It's a quote that has been on my mind because I heard it on a sermon from Steven Furtick. If you guys haven't, or if you're not listening to any of Steven Furtick's podcasts when he does his sermons, check it out on, I believe, I listened to it on Apple Podcast, but I believe it is on Spotify and on YouTube. I started listening to him 2023 September. And I remember one of my clients just being like, Alicia, you need to listen to him. I think this is going to help you. And that was the year that I was kind of just going through my struggles mentally and physically. My body was hurting. My mind just wasn't connecting. And I took all of 2024 to take a step back from all socials and just allowed myself to kind of just discover new things about myself. And I'm really happy that I did that because I'm now able to kind of adjust myself where I need to be, say no to the things that I do not want, yes to the things that I do. And I feel like I'm just in more control of everything than I was the year before 2024. And though the journey of this rediscovery has just embraced itself and just really trying to figure out where it is that I'm going, I do have my days where I kind of take a step back and the doubt still slowly comes in, and I'm still trying to figure out where it is that I'm supposed to go, how I'm supposed to do the things that it is that I want to accomplish. And when that self-doubt starts to roll in, that is when I realize that there's growth, because I have acknowledged my old pattern, my old self trying to find its way about. And last week we talked about high frequency or high vibrations and low vibrations. And that's where it slowly starts coming in, where it's like I noticed my low vibrational self. I noticed the things that I used to do and I do not want anymore. So there's this quote that I heard him say, Steven Furtick, say in his sermon weeks back, but I'm really behind on all the things that I listen to. So I just popped up a random podcast from him, and he had said, do what you can do. God will do what you can't. I'm going to say that one more time. Do what you can do, and God will do what you can't. And that hit me to my core. I was driving, by the way, but it hit me to my core. I had to stop driving, pull over to the side, pause for a bit, and actually, like, I was going to the gym. So I parked at the gym, and I had to write that quote down. And I write a lot of quotes in my phone notes. And those are the ones, like, that really hit me to my core, the ones that allow me to really think about what it is that I'm going through. But that one little saying of do what you can, God will do what you can't, is so strong because of the fact that we go along in our days and our ways of doing things. And when self-doubt starts to creep in, that is where I see for myself, I don't know about you, but I see the procrastination starts to come in. I see that I kind of just slowly stop doing everything that makes me me sometimes. I mean, I'm a girl, I love going to the gym. I love the feeling that I get after working out. I love my community at the gym. Shout out to all my trainers. I love writing. I love talking. I love creating all these programs that I have for my business. But once I leave that door ajar and I allow that self-doubt to start to slowly creep in, I forget that for myself, all I need to do is the small things. Because in those moments, we're all going to have those highs. And when we have those highs, we're doing everything that we can at every single moment. We're organized. We have things planned out in our calendar. We're marking down our meetings. We're checking off our dates of things that we have for our final projects, etc. But once that self-doubt creeps in, that is when we end up being like, can I actually do what it is that I say that I want to do? Am I good enough? Am I able to create this big dream that I have for myself? Am I able to articulate what it is that I want from my goals? Am I able to stand in front of this big crowd? Am I able to be that trainer that it is that I want to be, that nutritionist that it is that I want to be? It's, I'm literally preaching to myself right now, but that self-doubt makes you stop for a quick second and say, you are not capable. And who are you? And I'm talking to the self-doubt right now. Who is the self-doubt to tell me that I am not capable of anything that I put my mind to? But when you leave that door ajar, you forget all things. So what I'm here to remind you is that when that starts to creep in, remember the things that you can do. Even if it's small, okay? Even if it's so small that it feels like you are doing nothing. But within the small things that feel like nothing, it's building everything that you are looking to achieve further on. Because we need to be grounded, first off, in our present. We need to stop trying to relive the past and feel like, oh, the past was better. Everything that you did in the past is what led you here today. This is your future. Where you are standing, where you are sitting, this is your future. Anything past your present moment, you don't know anything of what's going to happen. That is all God. God is watching you do all the things that you can do so he can do all the big things that you can't. You know what I'm saying? And it's so remarkable to think about that because of the fact that all the things that you've ever done till this day, all the things that you've achieved till this day has been because of your partnership. Has been because you said, I can do the things that I know that I can physically touch, The things that I'm trying to control that's not physically in front of me. If you can't touch it, you cannot control it. So that's where the same saying of do what you can and God will do what you can't. Stop worrying about the things that you cannot see. You're not meant to see it. But what you're supposed to focus on are the things that you can physically see, the things that you can physically touch. When you wake up in the morning and you go through your whole morning routine and then you go on to start your workday and you're writing down all of your goals, writing down all the things of your to-dos that you're supposed to do because you have this big project that you're working on or you're doing something for a client, etc. The things that you are physically writing down, those are the things that you can do. You see it. You're physically writing it. You see the things that you need to do. And you go out one by one and do it. And with that effect, that ripple effect of you doing what you can do, God works in mysterious ways, in miraculous ways, to do the things that you can't, to get you where you need to be, because he has a whole line of adventures for us because our story is already written. Now, I didn't come on this chat to like preach to you in any way, but I came here to preach to you because everything that I'm saying to you, I'm saying to myself realistically, because the things that when I'm helping my friends out and my clients out, and they're in this space of self-doubt, these are the words that I know that I need to hear, but I also know that these are the words that they need to hear as well. So within all of this, what I'm asking for you to do is genuinely look at yourself in the mirror, realize, one, you are enough. And you are capable of everything that you put your mind to. And when you start thinking that way, when you start talking to God, having conversations with God, knowing that he is here with you at all times, you will start realizing all the small things that you can do will get done, and it will make a huge effect on the results that you want to see. Because God's working in the background doing the things that you can't, the things that you can't see, the things that you can't do, he's already doing for you. But he just needs you to do the small work, the things that you can physically do in your life. I really needed to hear that for myself. And I hope that you needed to hear that too. No matter where you are, whatever your goals are, whatever it is that you want to do, know that you are capable. I wrote to myself this morning, and I started to realize that my emotions go like this. And the times when I'm down, it's when I realize I left the door ajar. It's the time that I realized there's a crack. There's a little bit of a crack, and I'm allowing all the things that I don't want to slowly come in. And when you are oblivious to leaving something open and all these random things start coming in and distracting you, that's when you constantly stay in this low self of, I can't do anything and nothing is happening for me. Everything is going wrong. But where growth is when you acknowledge that you hear yourself talking to yourself. You hear the self-doubt slowly trying to creep in. When when you acknowledge that it's happening and you stop it before it kind of tries to take over, that's your growth. Don't ever think that you're not growing, because when you acknowledge and you stop what's happening, that's your growth. Because when you weren't acknowledging anything, that was what was keeping you stuck. Growth is when you start seeing yourself move forward, when you start evolving, when you start coming in with this confidence that no one can that no one can challenge you on, you know? And that's where you want to be, because you're going to have days when you feel low on yourself. You're going to have days where you question yourself, and that is okay. What you don't want is to stay in that questioning period and allow that to stay on you. You want to acknowledge that it's happening and say, I'm okay. I will acknowledge that you're here. I will feel what it is that I need to feel. But once I'm done feeling this, I'm about to get myself back up, take one step forward, do one small thing that I know that I can do that's going to allow me to feel like I'm productive, that I'm achieving one of the small goals that I put down, and I'm making my way through and I'm moving forward. Life is going to hit us in so many different ways. We're always going to have this ebb and flow. We're always going to feel that there's this huge mountain in front of us that we cannot climb. And we're going to always want to try and see if we can make shortcuts and walk around it. But we don't want to make shortcuts. We want to be able to climb that mountain. If that means that you have to get a rope and hook it upon yourself so you can climb, you're going to climb. Don't try to make shortcuts, because shortcuts is what's going to get you back into that space of being stuck. Climb that mountain, figure things out, challenge yourself. Those obstacles are always going to come at any stage, at different stages that you're at in life, and that's okay. Because every time you overcome an obstacle and a new one comes in front of you, you're going to look back and you're going to observe and see what you did in that last obstacle. See what worked. Take those things that worked, remove the things that didn't work, and use those tools in the new obstacle that you have facing forward. So, lesson of this chat that we're having here is do what you can, and God will do what you can't. I hope that helped you, because that really helped me. I'm your girl Alicia. Subscribe to my channel. I hope to see you guys next week in our little chats on whatever's on my mind again. I'll see you guys later. Bye.